Okay, well today I am doing some alterations on a little flower girl's dress, and the shoulder straps were falling down, so we're going to fix those. But first I'm going to show you how to make the dress more fitted. This little dress was actually a little too big and it was very full through the middle. So on the back, while the little flower girl had the dress on, I pinned it to make darts in the back on either side of the zipper. Now this looks like this zipper has started to come out, so I'll have to fix that for her. That's interesting. And maybe that's why it was on sale. But you put the dress on the person, whether it's an adult or a child. Let's see if I can't tone down some of this extra light here. Let's pull this down just a little bit so you can see a little bit better, hopefully. Okay, I know it's white and it's hard to see. That's why I have this black table. So let me try it this way. Okay, let's move this light up a little. I don't know how to make it so y'all can see it better, but anyway, I have it pinned. Let's see. There we go. That's actually better. There we go. So you can see the pins, and I pinned it at the neckline, the widest part, and then tapered it down to the waistline so that that will make a dart in the back, and what it does is it fits it to the body really well. You can do this with adult clothes or children's clothes, and I'm doing with this child's flower girl dress. Now this is lined, and when you have a lining, you also have to do the exact same thing with the outside fabric with the lining. Now, to avoid having to take this dress all the way apart in order to do this, what you want to do is you want to go to the inside. Let's see if I can position this camera a little bit better so that you can actually see what I'm going to do. Hard to get these things to do what you want them to, but anyway. So turn the dress to the inside. This is really a harsh light, isn't it? Let's try it as ambient light. There we go. So inside the dress, I may have to get my camera light up just a little bit. I think that should work pretty well. Anyway, I mean, it looks dark in here to me, so hopefully y'all can see it. On the inside of the bodice, at the waistline, what you want to do is detach this lining, detach it, and I've done that on one side. So I'm going to do it one side at a time, because this is the side that has the tag, and that can be a real challenge to tag. So you want to take your seam ripper and separate the lining from the main part of the dress, and then you want to flip that inside out, completely inside out. The reason why you detach it from the bodice part is because you're going to make one seam connecting two darts. The reason why I do it that way is because it does not mess up the neckline. If you try to do one dart on one side and one dart on the other side, the neckline, when you open it out, is going to be crooked. It's just how it is. So basically what you're doing is what I call a half moon dart. And so what I will do is I will start on the main fabric side at the waist, stitch it down, and then over the shoulder, and then down the back. So let me get this set up so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've got the dress on the sewing machine, and I've got it where the waistband is here. The waistband is down here. And the needle is going to go in right at the stitching of the waistband, just like this. And then I'm going to follow my dart line, which I mark with pins. Now, if you're doing this for the first time, I suggest that you actually do it with a washout marking pen. I use those a lot, but there's not going to be time for her to get this cleaned and wash that out. I mean, it washes out with water, but I don't want to get it wet, so I use little tailor tack marks. And I'm going to position this so you can kind of see how the seam goes. Okay, so we're starting at the waistline. I also pinned back the label on the lining part. So I'm going to go halfway first. I'm going up towards the shoulder. So then when I get to the shoulder, I'm going to lift my presser foot and I'm going to swing the lining part around. Making sure that I don't have any extra layers under there. I just want the lining to be stitched. Now sometimes the pins are in a position where they're kind of in the way, so I'll remove that pin out of there. While the needle's still in, put my presser foot down, and then continue down the other side. As you can see, this pin is kind of crooked, so I'm going to straighten that out. Get a little bubble out of there. I may have caught the label after all. If I do, that's not a big deal. We're going to go all the way down to where the part attaches to the waistline. Back stitch a couple stitches. And we'll take this out. Grab some scissors here. These pins out. And we'll see if we did it right. I tried to pin back the label so that it wouldn't get in the way, but we'll see if it got in the way anyway. Sometimes they just have a mind of their own. So now I'm going to flip it back to its right side out position. And yes, the label got stuck in there. So that was my fear of it. Oh wait, maybe not. I got a pin. I actually placed a pin in it to keep it from doing that. So let's see if it worked or not. Let's see. The pin is. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. I have to go up underneath because I pinned it from underneath, I believe. Da, 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 da. Hello, pin. Where are you? There you are. Oh, I actually did it right. Yeah, success. So now I've turned it to the inside, and let me move this machine so I can show you. Okay, because I went from the shoulder down to the waist, now there's this lovely little dart in the back. These are the marking strings that I had put in there. I'm going to take those out. And I have the same dart on the inside. As you can see, it's under the label. I positioned it just so it would just catch the label. And then once I do the other side, then all that you do is you place this lining back down. If they're stitching in the front of the dress, which this one does not, then you could literally just stitch along there from the front to the back and catch the lining back in it is one of the easier ways. But when you have to do it in this manner without taking the dress actually apart, I just take a little whip stitch and catch the stitches from the back side, and I can show you how to do that for this, since this side is done. So that turned out really nice. I just have to pull these extra strings out, and I'll show you how to reattach the lining on this. Okay, so now this is, let me see if I can show you in here. This is the lining, and there's the inside of the dress. And basically what I'm going to do, I'm trying to get so you all can see it. It's kind of hard with this magnifying glass. But I'm going to put the needle underneath the folded under part of the lining and then pull it through. It's knotted on the end. And then what I'm going to do is a tiny little whip stitch, which is called, you go back into the top of the waistline. Why it's doing it that way. And then come back up through the lining. So let me see if I can get you a close-up of what this looks like. Let me see if I can get you so you can see where that needle is. Okay, there you go. See, I have it in the lining, which is in your bottom left corner, comes back up and goes into the waist seam. Now let me take this out of here and see if this is any better. Okay, so I'm going to pull that through. And when I say tiny little whip stitches, that's exactly what I mean. You want this folded in edge to come back down where it was over top of these stitches here, where the frilly part is sewn onto it. So you're going to line that up.
You've got mail.
Go from top to bottom. And if you do them small enough, you won't be able to really see them. Of course, white on white is like my favorite to be able to do that. And then you just stitch it all the way across and catch in that little edge, tiny, tiny stitches, and then you'll never really be able to see them. So if you look on the outside, there's that lovely little dart, and that's going to make, there'll be one on either side. It did not interrupt the zipper, because these are fine little zippers on these things, so you don't want to really mess with that. And then also too, if there's a label in the back of the dress, pin it up, keep it out of the way, because it's so easy to catch it in your work when you're working on these, and we really don't want to deal with that. But I know that on the other side that I have to work on the zipper, because apparently when she got this, the zipper was coming out, so she probably got a good deal on it. So I'm going to fix the zipper first before I put in the dart. And the only thing you do with that is you just top stitch it. Just top stitch where it goes, and you can line that up from behind, from the back side. So on the back side, I would just stitch with my zipper foot where it meets here. And that's how you put in darts in a child's dress, a top, anything that's like loose through the middle. Like this was loose through the middle. And now instead of taking in the side seams, which a lot of people think you have to take in the side seams, but if you do that, that interrupts the front. So it's best to put the darts in the back. Hope this has been helpful, and if you have any questions, you just let me know and I will answer them for you. Have fun sewing.